Everybody, this is Brenda with VB Realty Group, and I got the whole gang here today. Vivon, Shannon, and Tammy, and we're here today to answer the 5 most asked questions that we're all getting asked right now about real estate. So the first question is, are homes actually selling? And I will say a resounding yes to that. And I'll give you an example. We had a listing that went live 2 weeks ago, right in the middle of COVID-19, and we sold it 7 days later, 7 showings and 2 offers. And we're actually a week and a half away from closing. So yes, homes are selling for the sellers that are showing their homes. You may hear that less homes sold in the month of March and April, and that's true because the homes, some sellers have decided to hold off from showing their property. So if they're not showing their property, they're not selling their property. But as a whole, if you're showing your property, homes are selling. The next question that I'll give to Vivon is, what does it look like? Is it a good time to buy if I'm a buyer? Vivon?
Great, thanks, Brenda. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the video. So right now, and I'd like to say, we all can't predict the future, what the market's going to look like, after COVID. But if you are someone who has been thinking about buying for a while, wanting to buy property, I would want to let you know that there are a couple advantages to buying at this time. The first one being, of course, is that there is less competition for you. So when you're out there, you're not going to be facing the challenges of having multiple bids on a property. And when you do find your dream home, you're going to have a higher chance of getting your offer accepted. And I did have a client that went through that where she kept losing out on multiple bidding homes. And finally, recently, she was able to locate a beautiful home for herself and get her offer accepted because there was less bidding on the property. The second advantage is that the interest rates right now are back lows. Right now, you can get a conventional 30-year fixed with 20 loan at 3.5%, and 15-year loan is down to 2.5%. And for those with FHA loans, we do have 3.25%, with some of the lenders willing to pay all of your closing costs. So that's a big savings in itself. But let me go ahead and put it into numbers. If you were to buy a $700,000 home, putting 20% down on conventional loan, using last year's rate at 4.25%, your monthly payment would be a little bit over $2,700. Take that same scenario with today's rate at 3.25, and your payment drops all the way down to $2,400 a month. That's $300 a month savings, which by the end of 1 year is going to be close to $3,800. So that's a big saving for anybody. So if you are buying right now, I would say those are 2 of the advantages that you can take and enjoy at this moment.
Thank you, Vivon. That's great information. The next question that we get asked all the time is, if I want to see property, what does it look like? How can I go view property? So Shannon, take it away. Why don't you show us?
Thanks, Brenda. As you may know, open houses have been suspended. And so in the old days, we would go and we would see open houses, we'd drive by, we'd walk in. You can't do that anymore, but there are ways that you can see a home if you are interested in buying. The first thing you want to do is you go online and you look at the property that you're interested in, and you'll look at their virtual tour. If you like the home and you decide you'd like to go see it in person, contact your agent, one of us, and we'd be happy to set it up for you. There are just a couple things that are involved in going and physically seeing a home now. The first thing is there's a new form that we fill out that ensures the safety and acknowledges that anyone who is going to see the home has no symptoms and has not been around someone who's had symptoms in the last 14 days. Basically, it's just acknowledging and declaring that you are symptom-free to keep everyone safe. The second thing you want to do is take all reasonable precautions when you do go see the home. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have your gloves. You want to make sure you have your mask. And we like to wear booties as well to keep your feet covered. The second thing you do while you're there is you practice social distancing inside. Now, this varies from county to county. Some counties have regulations where there cannot be more than 2 people in the home at one time. Others, it's 3 people. You just need to check with your agent to see what the regulations are for that county. And then while inside, just be careful not to touch any surfaces as much as possible. And when you leave, the surfaces should be disinfected. Otherwise, it's very easy to go see a home now. Nothing should hold you back if you want to buy a house.
Awesome. Thank you, Shannon. And the next question we're getting asked is, if I'm a renter or if I own rental property, what should I know? Tammy, take it away.
Hi, thanks, Brenda. Okay, so there are two things you need to know. One, if you are a renter, there is a temporary moratorium. And what that means is that you can't get kicked out right now. And two, if you're a landlord, Fannie and Freddie have announced that there are mortgage forbearance. So please check in with your lender for details, as there are consequences to this forbearance. And feel free to contact any of us if you need more detail in regard to these two new rules.
Thank you, Tammy. The next question is, are home prices falling? And I will say, and I think we can all attest to this, that it's a resounding no, at least not as of now. As a matter of fact, where we are year over year, we're up about 3% as a whole. So you may see a one-off situation where one home reduce their price, but that's pretty much a one-off. As a whole, prices aren't dropping. Again, we don't know what the future holds. Obviously, we would love for everything to continue strong, but we don't know. So we're committed to keep you updated and report back to you every couple weeks and just let you know what we're seeing out there. And more importantly, we want to remind you that we're here to answer any questions that you have. If you're thinking about buying, selling, refinancing, or property management, make sure to reach out to either myself, Vivon, Shannon, or Tammy, and we're super happy to help you. So stay safe, everyone, and remember, we're all in it together.
Stay safe.
Goodbye.
Bye.